And now, Mike's thoughts.
Good evening, the mates. Today on Mike's Thoughts, there's been some pretty good signings across the NFL today, and one of which has been Tua Tagovailoa. Mr. Tua himself has officially been fifth-year optioned by the Miami Dolphins. They will be paying my man $24 million this season to play about 80% of the games. Now, with that being said, when we look across the NFL, Tua's getting paid $24 million this season. Not a bad little amount. Not a nice little steal for the Miami Dolphins either. It is almost as if they couldn't find another quarterback for that $24 million a season. Oh, wait, they could have. They could have got Jimmy G, but they didn't. They could have got Jameis Winston, but they didn't. They could have got Mike White. Oh, they did for about $10 million, which he will ultimately probably be the starter by mid-season. Anyways, it's like they could have got a Sam Darnold for $10 million. Oh, but they didn't. Who else could they have got for underneath $24 million? Let's go. Ready for it? Baker Mayfield. Oh, still not satisfied. Jimmy G went underneath $24 million a season. You could have probably got Geno Smith if you would sign him long term as well. You could have got Zach Wilson, better than Tua. The list goes on and on and on. Miami Dolphins, you messed up. Tua, fifth-year option for $24 million a season? What are you guys thinking at the end of the day? Like, legit, what are you thinking? Tua is going to play 60% of the games this season for $24 million. Yes, it is a fifth-year option, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But with that being said, Mike White is your guy. Mike White is your guy at the end of the day. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the court. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speakers go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Hour Show. To head over to manhour.co. That's manhour.co to check out the new merchandise page. Of course, check out the blog section as well. Beastie is working on some new merch as we speak right now to drop this month for the month of April. Some Easter merch we're working on here. So if you guys would like to support the Man Hour in any way, shape, or form, head over to manhour.co and check out that merch. Also, sharing is caring at the end of the day, so be sure to share that. Share this feed wherever you're listening. Visit Facebook. Share it to the Facebook groups. If it is YouTube, share it to the Twitter machine. Do whatever you want. Sharing is caring at the end of the day. And Arthur Brown, my man, coming in hot, says Tua is our starter. He says Tua is our man. No way, shape, or about it. Tua is our guy. You are right, Arthur Brown. Tua is your guy until week 7, till he bangs his thumb on somebody's helmet. Bada bing, bada boom. Here comes Mike White. Bada bing, bada boom. No longer Tua. Tua no more, baby, after week 8. Calling it now. He also says, we coming. We coming, baby. As Coach Primex says, we coming. We coming. Hey, the Miami Dolphins have been hot and heavy on this first day of the NFL season here, and they have gotten some pretty good names there. What was it? Jesse Bates went to the Falcons. You guys got some good signings. They're not off the top of my head right now, but it's been some pretty good signings. James jumped in the chat here. What's going on, James? he says he is no more injury prone than Jimmy G or Lamar Jackson, but you guys are willing to pay those guys. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here, James. James, you are a Dolphins fan, if I'm not mistaken, right? So nobody is willing to pay Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson wants that $300 million guaranteed, and that is not going to happen at the end of the day because he is injury prone. Lamar Jackson has yet played a full NFL season in his whole career. Going into his 5th year or 6th year, whatever it is, he has yet to play a full NFL season. Jimmy G, when he does play a full NFL season, he leads that team to the NFC Championship game. Do I need to repeat that? When Jimmy G plays a full 16, 17 game season, his team goes to the NFC Championship game. Jimmy G is a winner. Jimmy G is a gamer. Now, when you say paying, Jimmy G did get a payday per se. Well, it was like 3 years, $75 million, where it breaks down to about $24 million a season, right? Not too shabby. Exactly what Tua is getting paid this year as well. So it is what it is. But out of those three, Lamar is getting the biggest payday right now. He's getting, what, $40 million a season? No, I think it might be $35 million, what the non-tender breaks down to. But either way, everybody will get paid at the end of the day. And we have a public service announcement for tonight. Coming from the desk of Arthur Brown, public announcement. Bang, Bills, Bengals, and Chiefs. The Miami Dolphins are coming. I repeat, Bills, if you are a Buffalo Bills fan, Cincinnati Bengals, or a Kansas City Chiefs fan, the Miami Dolphins are coming out of 4th place and getting into 3rd place. Congratulations. Please give them a round of applause. Good job, Miami Dolphins. You spent all this money to get up into the 3rd place seed. Congratulations. Congratulations. If Baltimore could have signed Lamar for $25 million, Raiders would have signed them weeks ago. You are absolutely right. But it's like $35 million. So it's a franchise tag, I think it is. But let me ask you guys this legitimately. Okay? We're all NFL fans here. We all love the game of football. So we want our starting quarterback to play 17 games in a season. We want him to be the highest paid player. We want him to be the GOAT, right? We want him to be an MVP caliber candidate. Lamar Jackson is those things for 12 weeks a season. Past that 13, 14, 15, 16 weeks, Lamar Jackson is not there. He is not there. So do you legitimately want to pay a quarterback in Lamar Jackson $50 million a season to play 12 games a season for you to miss the playoffs? Do you guys understand, with Huntley at the helm, with Tyler Huntley at the helm, the Baltimore Ravens almost beat the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoff game? If Huntley had a little bit more experience and a little bit more it factor in him and would have went over the top instead of trying to go in under on the quarterback sneak, we'd be having a totally different conversation right now. Tyler Huntley and this Baltimore Ravens almost beat the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs, not Lamar Jackson. If that would have happened, Huntley would have had as many playoffs wins as that 300 wannabe $1 million man himself, Lamar Jackson. Think about that. Put that into the logic. How is that possible? Because Lamar Jackson is 1, overrated. He is 2, he is injury prone. And 3, he has yet to make a case after his MVP season that he can really lead an NFL team. We have said it on the Man Hour many, many times, not as a Lamar Jackson hater, not as a collusion or whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. We speak the facts. I speak the facts. And Lamar Jackson quit on his team last year. They were in the heat of a playoff run. Yes, they ultimately did make the playoffs thanks to Tyler Huntley and some help, but they were in the heat of a playoff one. All they needed was one win. Lamar Jackson had a little knee sprain and he sat out like 9 weeks. What? You want that money? You want that glory? You want that Super Bowl ring? You're going to sit out? Are you going to pull a little Jay Cutler on us? It's like, oh, my knee hurts. I need to ride a bicycle. Get out of here with that crap. Jesus. Chris Kelly jumping in the chat. What's up, Chris? And he says Cleveland ruined the market. You are factually factable on that one, Chris. Holy good God. When they gave, what was it? They gave him like 4 first-round draft picks and $300 million guaranteed for Watson that, hadn't played for a year and a half or whatever it was. Yeah, definitely broke the quarterback market. But I'm going to take it even a step back even further. Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs really destroyed the quarterback market when they gave that 10-year contract. It is not the money, the $500 million, which, that jumps off the screen at you, right? But the 10-year contract, I am surprised we're not seeing more people want those 8, 9, 10-year contracts. That's who really killed the market, was the Kansas City Chiefs. James says, no, but I believe most teams would pay him like the G-men paid Jones. It's the guarantee that's holding Lamar back from being signed. You are absolutely right. So a lot of these contracts that we are seeing are incentivized contracts, right? They are these contracts that, hey, you will get that $100 million if you go to the Super Bowl, right? Which the Giants, they have possibly a Super Bowl chance, right? But let's just be realistic. In the NFC, it's the 49ers, it's the Vikings, it's the Lions, it's the Cowboys, it's the Eagles, and then it's the Giants, right? So when we see that, it was like $160 million, I think it was. That's only like $30 million guaranteed, I think it is. Which is not a bad deal. Like, don't get it twisted. $30 million is a lot of money. But let's not get it twisted. You are exactly right, though, James. What is holding back the Lamar Jackson thing is the guaranteed money that he wants. And you know why he wants guaranteed money? Lamar Jackson wants guaranteed money because he knows that he cannot play a full NFL season. And he would never live up to the hype of the $300 million contract. That is what it is. That is what it is. But time for some new news. New news. I am working on a new news jingle. So if you guys got any ideas of some new jingles, hit me up on the old Twitter machine at @manhour_buck, or of course slide into our DMs right on Facebook.com/manhoursports. And I try to get to many as I can. I got a lot of pending right now. Jay, no, was it you that messaged me earlier today? I haven't got back to you yet. I don't know, but I got to get it. I got to get back to him a lot today. But new news. The Kansas City Chiefs have signed former Jaguars offensive tackle Jawaan Taylor to a 4-year, $80 million contract. That's 4 years, $80 million, guys. Does that mean Orlando Brown Jr. is out of the mix of the Kansas City Chiefs? Who knows? They still need a right tackle or a left tackle, depending on where Jawaan Taylor lands. But 4-year, $80 million, that sounds like a left tackle money to me. So I'm going to say yes. Or Orlando Brown Jr., he's probably going to go to Chicago. Cam Sutton has officially signed with the Detroit Lions for a 3-year, $33 million deal. Are the Detroit Lions now the best team in the North, guys? Shoot, they're adding up on the defensive side. They got Jared Goff playing at an MVP level. They got the Jamal Williams. They got Swift. They got really a lot of young talent there. Yeah. I think the Detroit Lions are the favorites in the North right now. Mike White has officially signed with the Miami Dolphins, a 2-year, $10 million season. Does he start this season? Yes. Mike White does start at some point this year for the Miami Dolphins. Will it be a long-term start deal? No. Mike White is that perfect backup quarterback. He has that, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do what I need to do for 2 or 3 games, get us some wins, and bada bing, bada boom, I'm happy at being a backup. But yes, Mike White does start for the Miami Dolphins this season. Former Bengals safety Jesse Bates has signed with the Atlanta Falcons. Are the Super Bowl winning closing for the Bengals? Yes. The Bengals have lost a linebacker. They lost a cornerback. They lost a safety. They're losing their defensive side of the ball like crazy right now. And think about this. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, Boyd, Jamal Chase. They're all going to be up for contracts here in the next couple seasons. They better figure out their shit real quick, or that Super Bowl window is going to be closed before they know it. Patrick Peterson has officially signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers, adding depth to that defensive side of the ball. Already stout defense, probably the best defense in the AFC North, but are they the best team in the AFC North? Because I think the AFC North might be the most wide open going into 2023, but the best team, still got to be the Bengals, even though they're losing everybody, right? Finally, the Broncos have signed backup quarterback Jarrett Stidham to a 2-year, $12 million deal. Is Russell Wilson on a short leash? Yeah, he is. Russell Wilson's on a very, very short leash. Granted, you can't really bench $300 million and cut him and lose all that money, but Jarrett Stidham's not a bad backup either. So it is what it is. James says that is a big deal. He is a stud, referring to the Kansas City's tackle signing of Jawan Taylor. Yeah, very, very big deal. Mike White will start the final 2 games of the season after they clinch the playoffs, says James. Woo, get on that pipe wagon right now, guys. Miami Dolphins will have the division clinch come week 16. Mark it up, mark it up, mark it up. And then finally, James says it all depends on how Kenny Pickett 2 gloves grows this season. Guys, I think Kenny Pickett might have the best leaps and bounds as a sophomore quarterback this season. Hot take there. But I think Kenny Pickett might be a fifth best quarterback in the AFC, behind Joe Burrow, behind Josh Allen, obviously Patrick Mahomes, and then Herbert, right? And then 5 and 6 might be Kenny Pickett next year. I got a top tie. I got a top 10 coming here very, very shortly. Top 12 or top 10, top 12, whatever you want for it to. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. Now, since Combs isn't here today, we got the Combs eye test. This is a monologue where Brandon Combs likes to rant and rave about how great he is, right? How great and amazing Brandon Beastie Combs is. Since he is hotel shopping tonight, not hotel shopping, but he's staying in a hotel for the next couple days for work and whatnot, I am going to tell you guys what he said to me about the Bears trading the first overall pick to the Carolina Panthers. If you guys are not a subscriber on Facebook.com, go ahead and click on that subscribe button right now. You would have known this well before it was broken out that this was basically a pending trade. Basically, we knew last Thursday that this deal was pretty much a done deal, and me and Combsy were discussing it. And Combs at first like, you know what? I kind of like the deal, right? I'm getting a number 1 receiver. We get to move down in the draft, like what, 5th pick or whatever, yada, yada, yada. He was all for it. But then my man wants to text me Saturday afternoon. I'm sitting there in my lounge chair watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. We're chasing down some pirates that stole our treasure, right? And this man wants to tell me that he is pissed off that the Chicago Bears traded away the first pick. He's pissed off because they didn't get enough capital in return. What? You get a DJ Moore to add it to your crappy receiver core that you have, nice little ragtag receiver core that you have, plus you get like 5 picks. Combs, what else do you want? Do you want the keys of the boat and the dog too? Hell, throw in some kitty litter while you're at it. Combs, you need to relax, my man. You need to simmer down now about this whole, I'm pissed off because we didn't get enough first-round picks. You got 2. 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks, plus a DJ Moore and then a third-round pick. Do we legitimately think that first-round pick is more than that? Waiting, Combs. Waiting for that text message. I know you're watching. I see that you're watching. Talk to me, my man. Talk to me, boy. But guys, that is it for Combs' eye test. We are adding the new segments back into the Man Hour here as we get ramped back up into what we used to be before Combs took a little hiatus. We got the Combs eye test. We got the Bucks thoughts. We got the word of the day. Do I have the word of the day? Yes, we do.
Well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird's a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird's a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird.
And the word of the day today is going to be hostage. As you guys know, we are all waiting the thought process of Aaron Rodgers to see if he wants to become a New York Football Jet or not. So therefore, the word of the day is hostage, because Aaron Rodgers is holding the Packers and the Jets hostage at the end of the day. If you don't believe so, tell me why. Why do you not think that Aaron Rodgers is holding them hostage or not? I really messed up that transition because I was impaired to do that because I didn't think I had the little intro done, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, guys, it is time for Way or No Way Monday here on manhour.co. That's manhour.co. You can check out the merch, hit the like button, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. But it is time to get into the Way or No Way. And the first Way or No Way of the night, it is going to go out to the Las Vegas Raiders. They have officially signed Jimmy G to a pretty lucrative deal, but way or no way, the Las Vegas Raiders are now a playoff team since adding Jimmy G to their roster. So when we think about this, I think Jimmy G is a very good quarterback. When he plays 16 games, he takes his team to a championship game. Now, with that being said, one of the flaws of Jimmy G is that he is very injury prone. He is AKA glass, as my man Jameson likes to say all the time about his former dude, Jimmy G. So the Raiders, they have the defense. They actually just signed a linebacker. I forget his name, but they're adding depth to the defense. They have Devontae Adams. They have that receiver core. Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller, and then they have Josh Jacobs. Really, the only thing that the Raiders are truly lacking is a dominant offensive line. They have draft picks where they can, get some quality offensive linemen. So the Raiders are probably going to draft a quarterback, their first pick this season. They're going to draft a quarterback and let him sit behind Jimmy G, and Jimmy G is going to groom this quarterback. 3-year deal. We know what that means. You are here for a year and a half. You are going to sit down, and then bada bing, bada boom, you are going to be a backup. So let's not forget, guys, the Raiders were a game away, one game out of making to the playoffs. After they sat Derek Carr the final 3 games of the season, they still had a backwards chance of making the playoffs, like at that particular point. So now you are adding depth to your defense and free agency. You have a healthy Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, Josh Jacobs, and then you add Jimmy G into the mix. Guys, this is an absolute way. The Las Vegas Raiders are a playoff team since adding Jimmy G. And I am a Kansas City man. I got the Royals hoodie on right now. I got the Chiefs stuff in the back. I am a Kansas City guy. That hurts me to say. But guys, the Raiders might be the most dangerous team in the AFC right now. Sorry, in the AFC West, not the AFC, but the AFC West. If they can host a home playoff game, they're going to probably win that home playoff game. Jimmy G to the Raiders instantly makes them a playoff team, not including the addition to their defense. And then draft, watch out. Watch out. Arthur Brown says, no way. He says, no way the Raiders are a playoff team with Jimmy G. Jimmy G's fragile. Very true. James Poppin in chat says it's very close to way. So he says no way, but they're going to be right there on the cusp. They're going to be 8-9, 9-8 type of team. Bada bing, bada boom. If the ball happens to drop their way one time, the Steelers lose a game, or the Dolphins lose a game, the Raiders might slide in there, he says. Javier says Jimmy G was signed with the Eagles. Okay, Javier. We totally know that's not true right now. Now do we? We see a couple OGs popping in the chat. Alpha Rob, what's Rob jumping in? What's up, Alpha Rob? Hope you're having a grand old night. And then we got Drew popping in the chat too. Man, back to back. Ooh, YouTube about to be popping, not fretting up, boys. But yeah, Jimmy G to the Raiders, guys, definitely makes them a playoff caliber team. Now, if Jimmy G goes down like week 7, week 8, then obviously they're not a playoff bound team. If he plays full 16 games, can I put a little caveat on that? If he plays a full season, they're going to the playoffs. Got to play a full season, right? Now, way or no way. This is why I did not have way or no way in there, because number 2 was about Aaron freaking Rodgers. Imagine that. So there obviously has been no news about Aaron Rodgers quite yet, but way or no way, he is holding the Jets/Packers hostage in this no talking situation. So I've been kind of going back and forth on this. So we all kind of know how Aaron Rodgers is, right? Like he, as I texted my friend earlier today, my coworker, very good friend of mine, he says, what are your thoughts about Aaron Rodgers? And I said, Rodgers will do what Rodgers does when Rodgers is ready to think. Rodgers is ready to make the decision. Until then, he wants Rodgers to have Rodgers fans hanging from his nuts. So that's like a quadruple third person. Basically, Aaron Rodgers wants to be all about him. And in the sacrifice, he's hurting the Packers organization. He's hurting the New York Jets organization. And this is exactly what he wants to do. He wants to hold them hostage. He wants to feel wanted. Right? It's like, oh, he wants back like, oh, don't go, Aaron. We need you. But Packers GM says, you know what? We are ready to move on. Get your ass out of here, right? And then the Jets are like, oh, we want you, Aaron. But Aaron's like, I don't want to make a decision quite yet. I need you to want me more. But this is a definite way. He is definitely holding the franchises hostage. Now, the fans, I could care less. I have quickly learned to dislike Jets fans. Oh, Aaron Rodgers is coming. We're going to win the Super Bowl. No, you're not. Right? And Sauce Gardner burned the freaking Chiefs. That's stupid. But yes, this is a definite way. He is definitely holding the team's hostages. And as a GM, would I want to put my team through that? That is the question. And the answer to that question is absolutely no. If I know I need a quarterback, let's just be honest. We all know the Jets need no, let me rephrase that. The Jets want a quarterback. They don't necessarily need a quarterback, but they want a quarterback. They still have Zach Wilson underneath contract on the roster right now. So would it be awesome to get Aaron Rodgers? Yes. But let's just be honest. With all this talk, do you think Zach Wilson is working harder in trying to prove himself that he is the man in New York right now? If he is a competitor, he damn well better be. Mike White is gone. Joe Flacco's probably retired. They're probably either going to get Aaron Rodgers or draft a quarterback. So you better be working your ass off to keep your job, to even be on the roster, right? So as the Jets can want Aaron Rodgers all they want, they don't need him. Zach Wilson was still a first-round draft pick. He has room to grow. He has matured as a man, hopefully. But with all that being said, if I'm the general manager of the New York Football Jets right now, I would have gave Aaron Rodgers an ultimatum. Hey, I need to know by 10 o'clock East Coast time on March 13th whether you're coming or not, because if you're not, we are going the other way. Think about this. Because that the Jets are waiting on an Aaron Rodgers say yes or no, right? They missed out on a Jimmy G. They're probably going to miss out on a Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield to Tampa Bay is starting to seem more realistic each and every day, right? They missed out on signing Mike White again, a very valuable backup. The best quarterback on the Jets roster last season was Mike White. They're going to miss out on, Jameis Winston, Jacoby Brissett. They're going to miss out on a Tyler Huntley, right? The list goes. They missed out on Case Keenum even. Shit. if you want to go that route, they missed out on 6 quality backup quarterbacks that could be quality placeholders till they find the guy because they're waiting on Aaron Rodgers. It's stupid. Stupid at the end of the day. Everybody is agreeing with me. Arthur is, Drew is. Everybody is saying way at the end of the day. They're definitely holding him hostage, I should say. Sorry about that. Alpha Rob says Rodgers has learned well from Favre. So with that being said, don't you think the Green Bay Packers would have learned from Favre as well? Like, hey, we've been down this road. We got lucky that Aaron Rodgers was a damn good quarterback. Are we going to get that lucky again with Jordan Love? Probably not. I mean, I'm not saying he is bad. I haven't seen him play more than 2 games in all his 4 years in the NFL, right? And I saw him like maybe a couple games in college. But the probability of him being as good as Aaron Rodgers is almost slim to none. So Rodgers may have learned from Favre, but you think the Green Bay Packers would have learned as far from Favre as well. This might be a Green Bay Packer issue. I'm just think about it. This might be a Green Bay Packer issue. James says, I think Aaron Rodgers wants to go as far as a grudge against Favre, but he's scared to leave Green Bay for the bright lights of New York. So what I'm thinking you're trying to say here, James, is Aaron Rodgers wants to make Brett Favre a distant memory in every team that he has played for. A distant memory in the Packers, distant memory for the Jets, and then go to the Vikings, make them a distant memory too. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is that egotistical to do that path? Like, you know what? He played for the Jets. I'm going to go play for the Jets and make him look like shit. I'm going to go to the Vikings and make him look like shit. I don't know if he has that in him. I don't know if he has that in him, to be honest. Just because, was it last summer that he was on Jeopardy? And we all thought he was going to retire then. It was a very big surprise that he came back. I just think he has different endeavors. You know, he is kind of on this acid trip stuff now, right? All this, I want to make glory, I don't know, a tree hugger. I don't think he has the heart to play football anymore. Now, I am a big advocate, and I've done it myself. When I stopped playing ball, I have the ability to play ball on Saturday still and Sunday still. I still had the ability, but I did not have the mental ability, the preparation. I did not want to prep to what it took to get to Sunday. And it takes a lot in the NFL. Drew says Aaron Rodgers wouldn't care about an ultimatum. You are absolutely right, Drew. But just because the Jets would have given Aaron Rodgers an ultimatum, it puts a time clock on there like, hey, we're going to move on from the situation. It necessarily isn't a time clock on Aaron Rodgers. It's a time clock on the New York Jets, saying, hey, this is our 9th hour. We need to move on. If we want to get a quarterback, this is the time we need to move on. And unfortunately, let's say Aaron Rodgers decides to retire. The Jets wait till after the draft. And then Aaron Rodgers is like, I think I'm just going to retire. Then what? All this budget cuts, all these stuff that they've been doing to bring Aaron Rodgers in, now all of a sudden they're up Jets Creek. I don't know. Javier says Patrick Mahomes will sign with the Raiders. Aaron Rodgers will be signed with Kansas City. Jesus, is this guy drunk or what? Javier Montelago. Alpha Rob says the bright light of New Jersey, you mean? Yeah. The bright lights of New Jersey. Somebody said New York. I forget what it is. And then he says Rodgers isn't all in anymore. So there are sometimes when people, they need a change of scenery to get that fire drove him back into him, right? Now, maybe if I would have went to the other side where I thought the pastures were greener, maybe I could have extended my career, 2, 3, maybe 4 years more. But you know what people don't like, Alpha Rob? People do not like changes. People like to do what they know is comfortable, right? When I go into the stadium every day, I know Chuck is on the left, Amy's on the right, locker rooms are 17 steps down. When you switch teams, all that changes. Where's Chuck? Where's Amy? Who the fuck is Brad? Right? It just we don't like changes. Changes suck. Like, it is what it is. But I don't think he is all in right now. If he were to stay with the Green Bay Packers, and let's say Alan Lazard walks, right, and all they have is Christian Kirk, or not Christian Kirk, but that rookie receiver and like whatnot, his heart definitely isn't in it. But if he goes to New York and say OBJ comes, does that light a new fire? Who knows? Who knows at the end of the day? But one thing I do know, guys, this is the end of the show. Hope you guys enjoy some Man Hour talk tonight. Head over to manhour.co. Check out the merchandise page. Check out the blog section as well. If you haven't done already so, share this with a couple friends. Hit that like button. And commenting is the cheapest and easiest way you guys can help support the Man Hour. Follow-up comment here is Alpha Rob says, especially changing teams at this stage of his career is going to be very, very tough. Yes. Changing it, being a quarterback on a team for year to year to year is tough. Learning a new offense is tough. Doing everything it takes to get to Sunday is tough. That's why people retire. Not because they can't play, it's because it's tough to prepare to get played. To play. See you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. April 3rd, going back to 8 p.m. East Coast time, guys. Or sorry, 7 p.m. East Coast time. We're going earlier, 7 p.m. East Coast time. April 3rd, couple weeks, guys. But tomorrow, same time, same place. We out. Hang on. Javier, my man, says, I'm not drunk. I'm definitely serious about Patrick Mahomes going to the Raiders and Aaron Rodgers going to KC. Javier, what is the title segment of this show? Jimmy G makes the Raiders a playoff-bound team. Jimmy G had just signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. 3 years, $75 million contract. Patrick Mahomes is underneath contract with the Kansas City Chiefs for another 7 years. Kansas City doesn't want Aaron Rodgers. We're not giving up Patrick Mahomes. Definitely not to freaking Vegas. Come on, my man. Love y'all.